From V drifting apart from Jungkook, to the die-hard stans missing their idols more and more, here's everything you need to know about BTS coming to an end. Yep, you heard that right. Unless you've been living under a rock, you'll know all about the crazy rumors that have been going around. Turns out our favorite band is going through a rough patch, so much so that things have taken a turn for the worse. According to sources close to the hit K-pop band, serious talks about creative differences among other issues have left BTS on shaky grounds. I mean, who would have thought the precious brotherhood in this beloved band would fade away so fast? Certainly not me. Remember when they couldn't get enough of each other? I don't know about you, but I sure do miss the sweet old days when the band was united by their passion for music. Plus, to add fuel to the fire, BTS hasn't even made one public appearance together ever since 2024 started. Yikes! That's a pretty long time. There's been no announcement about a reunion and nothing about new music either. And get this, most of them haven't even been spotted hanging out together. This booming silence has left armies all over the world worried. Still, let's get real for a second. Ever since the band announced that they were going on a hiatus back in 2022, nothing has been the same. If you guys don't know, during their annual Real Bangtan Dinner 2022, the group announced to the world that they were taking some time off. At that time, their label, Big Hit Music, blamed it on the mandatory military service in South Korea. You see, in South Korea, all men must serve a 21-month term in the military right after they turn 28. But because BTS has been such a huge phenomenon over the years and been touring all over the world, the country decided to bend the rules a bit for them. No harm, no foul, right? Alas, it was a fate that Jin, Jimin, and all the others couldn't avoid for too long, so they decided to enlist as soon as possible. And you guys want to know something interesting? After enlisting, Jin was the first to be discharged in June 2024. Now, J-Hope is expected to come out in October 2024, with Suga, RMV, Jungkook, and Jimin following in 2025. But wait guys, the plot thickens. During the announcement, J-Hope actually hinted at Trouble in Paradise. The rapper, while giving his fans assurance of a comeback, explained that the group needed some time apart just so they could learn how to be one again. Sounds a bit suspicious, right? And get this, even though Suga tried to give the fans some hope by telling them that they were not disbanding. Still, that didn't stop the internet from going into a complete meltdown. In fact, the army went crazy with their theories in minutes, with many of them second-guessing the whole thing. One user on Twitter even talked about how he believed that this was just a way for the group members to start their own solo careers without disappointing the army. Confused? Yeah, me too. Anyways, let's not forget that this isn't even the first time the band is facing some challenges. Let's take a quick trip down memory lane. Now, BTS debuted back in 2013, and ever since then, they've taken over the world with their amazing music. I mean, the hits they've put out like Dynamite and Butter are simply unparalleled. But whatever has been going on behind closed doors has always been far more interesting. You see, in their 2018 documentary-style movie, Burn the Stage, J-Hope revealed that he wanted to leave the band so many times. Our favorite rapper had his heart set on becoming a solo dancer and was ready to sacrifice everything for it. At one point, he even told the other boys all about it, but their reaction to the news caught J-Hope completely off guard. Jungkook actually started to cry. Yep, the lead singer broke down real hard and convinced J-Hope to stay. The other also chimed in at this point and persuaded the rapper to not leave them behind. All of their efforts clearly paid off because, according to a source, Jungkook is the reason why J-Hope is still open to a reunion after their military requirements are fulfilled. But wait, there's more. J-Hope wasn't the only member willing to step back from all the fame in all these years. Even V has been guilty of it as well. Get ready to take your tissues out, my fellow army members, because this one is going to make you emotional. Everyone knows that the BTS star had a very strong maternal influence in his life. Yep, I'm talking about his grandma, who pretty much raised him throughout his childhood. Back in 2023, while making an appearance on a podcast, V talked about how his grandmother's death left a huge impact on him. So much so that the young star was ready to quit music. All because while his grandma was sick and on her dying bed, V was forced to perform for his fans. I mean, the singer couldn't even be by her side at that time. That must have hurt, right? It's pretty obvious that V wasn't doing so well back then, but instead of offering to get him the help he so badly needed, his music label forced him to get on stage and keep performing for the fans day after day. What a pity. And to top it all off, just when V was finally recovering from this loss, one of his close friends, Lee Yi-soo, passed away too. Let's just say that the young star hasn't been the same ever since. So you see, all that fame doesn't always lead to happiness. This is something Suga learned the hard way too. Once the BTS rapper actually talked about his mental health struggles. After the music video for Amygdala came out, fans quickly picked up on all the little hints thrown around in the video, especially when the rapper was seen trying to hold back from hurting himself. That's something you don't see happening very often in the usually conservative, clean-cut K-pop world. But in a shocking turn of events, the video was well received by the industry. Still, it didn't change the fact that Suga has been struggling mentally for a very long time. And it doesn't take a genius to guess what was causing all that stress in the first place. I mean, the super hit band's schedule is absolutely crazy. Since 2013, BTS hasn't cooled things down for a second. They are constantly performing in one country or another. Just imagine the amount of jet lag they have to overcome. And get this, even when they're not performing, they still have dozens of shows to give interviews to or some product to promote. Is it too much to give them a little break sometimes? After all, they're humans too. It's no wonder why the band is ready to part ways at this point. All those years and years of hard work is finally catching up to them. So much so that they're getting into fights now. The boys have spent almost a decade together, so it doesn't come as a surprise that they go through rough patches sometimes. As you grow up, your friendship dynamic changes. Maybe you get more close with people you never thought you would, or maybe you end up drifting apart from those who meant the world to you. In this case, Jungkook and V have been a bit unlucky. I'm not exaggerating when I say that the duo were everyone's favorites. Just look at the thousands of edits on the internet on them. Their inside jokes and their love for each other made everyone happy. So when news broke out that the two of them have been getting into fights, it broke every stan's heart. That's crazy to even think about, right? However, our biggest fear has become a reality now. The boys are ready to take some time off and focus on themselves. Some of them have even planned out their solo careers. At this point, die-hard stans of the band are honestly left with no choice but to face this bitter reality. But here's the thing, some of them are still holding out hope, that's right. A few ARMY members believe that the band is simply recharging for a comeback that will blow everyone's mind off. One user talked about how the members' social media posts suggest that they might be planning something huge to surprise the fans with. It could be a new single or even a whole new documentary focusing on how they spend their moments away from fame. But at the end of the day, we can never know for sure. So till then, let's just hope for the best for our favorite band. That's it from my side today, guys. But do comment down and let me know what you guys think. Is the group really breaking up, or are they going to surprise us with something epic? Also, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Until next time, my fellow ARMY members.